Hi, Ashley. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Well, this is wonderful. I'm so glad we connected. And I want to tell the residents too that it's been taking us a while, and the empty square that they see where it says Ashley Hart, we're kind of had to come up with a solution of you're on your phone, but we couldn't hear you. And now we hear you through the computer, but see you through your phone, right?
Right.
It's fun. I mean, these things are great. And I tell you what, in this situation, we're doing a lot. Ashley Wilco and I were doing a lot online because there's nothing going on. Just for you briefly to know, the residents are all in their homes. We are delivering the meals to them
Okay.
once a day because we can't be together in the dining room anymore, and we can't have. For a while we were allowed to have small groups and sitting 6 feet apart, but I think it's 2 weeks ago now that we stopped that. So we kind of had to come up with a program that's online, and it's really fun to come up with new things, and it's also frustrating a lot of the times when technology doesn't work.
Yes.
So, and like with the two of us, but hey, we came up with a solution, so this is great.
Yeah.
So, so you were part of our series, Bringing the World to You. So when we brainstormed about having a program, we came up with, because we can't go out, there are no trips out, that we're bringing the world to the residents. And we were thinking about interviewing people and connecting with people. And of course, you came up as one of the beloved people that we miss.
Oh, so sweet.
Yes, we miss you.
I miss
So,
you all too.
oh, wonderful. So, how are you and where are you?
Everything is great here. Of course, like staying indoors. I'm in Enterprise, Alabama, which is right outside of Fort Rucker, Alabama. My boyfriend is still in flight school.
Uh-huh.
However, that was delayed for 2 weeks, so he was home in quarantine for 2 weeks. Um, just been hanging out essentially. I did have a job when I moved here, and then it just wasn't for me, the hospital scene. So now I got a job at the restaurants on base. So I started there February 28th,
Hmm.
and then April 3rd was my last day because of this. So they closed down all the restaurants.
Yeah.
So I've been home since then. I probably leave the house once a week. There's not much in Alabama anyways.
Yeah.
So I am just kind of making it work. We go for walks. The
Yeah.
gyms are closed, so there's no gyms, of course. Um, it's a lot of cooking and cleaning and lounging around and a lot of Netflix time, but that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah. And you know what? I bet everybody can relate to that.
Yes.
That that's what we all do. I mean, I'm still going to work. I'm still in my office, but I tell you, it's such a different energy now. It's like I see maybe two or three residents a day. I'm sitting in the old foundation office right now because there's nobody in there. And the store is still open, the country store or corner store, but most of the time people are staying in and just doing what you were saying. Like, Ashley, when did you leave? How long ago was that now?
So I left, my last day there was December 16th.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
then I moved here the 17th. So
time flies.
so fast. I know.
I know. So,
I do miss it.
but you still, I remember you came back once. You were in the area and you
I
were.
did come back in mid-January. So I did come in. I was able to see a couple of the residents and yourself.
Oh,
And
yay.
I wanted to check on all my old employees, which I do stay in contact with and reach out to them, check on them. So they're doing well, and I'm happy to hear that.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Now, Cheyenne, is she the one who's in your position now? No, that's Eric, I think, right?
Yep, that's Eric. She's the supervisor, so she took over Ashley Brissett's position.
Yeah. But she was a server when you were there, right?
Was, yes.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that's great. That's wonderful. So when you were back to visit, were you there just to visit friends or family or?
Well, my parents were snowbirding down in Venice, so then I came down to spend time with them because they're from Michigan.
Oh,
So
okay.
they were there for 3 months, but their trip kind of got cut short too due to the COVID-19. So they're back in Michigan, and they're actually in the worst county in the state. It's terrible. That's where we're from. Nick Jablonski and Ashley Brissett and I's family all live in Wayne County, and that's the worst hot spot in the United States right now.
It is?
Compared to New York City, yes. So they're really locked down there. They
Wow.
weren't even allowed, their governor was very strict. I'm sure people have heard about that on the protests going on, but they couldn't be outside. They couldn't cut the grass. They had to stay indoors. It's been really rough there.
Wow. You mean they couldn't go out, not even for a walk?
No, they did not want you to.
Wow.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, it might sound a little arrogant, but I don't know about it. I'm trying to not watch much, too many news or bad. I know. So where is it again? In Michigan? Where?
So it's right out like by Detroit Airport, actually. It's that
Oh,
county. So it's Wayne County.
uh-huh.
So they're there. I looked and there was like 15,000 cases there. And where I'm at, there's 98 cases here. So
Oh,
it's we're not hit, but they're being very, cautious here.
right. Yeah.
So but it'll get better. It's
Yes,
getting better. So that's great.
I know. And it has to, and it will be. And I heard that actually New Zealand they're saying they're totally free now of cases. I mean, what that
Wow.
means, I guess they have one or two or three cases, but they have it under control. So I mean, that's really I guess the light at the end of the tunnel, so to
Hmm.
speak. Yeah. So how are you faring? I mean, that must have been tough for you, like having that big change. Uh,
Yes.
and then you started at a hospital and you didn't like it, you said?
Yeah, I like to be with at Westminster. I loved being out with visiting the residents, talking, hearing about their day, and it just wasn't that same. And I had great employees and great relationships there. So I came from that to like a total nothing going on, no relation. So I
Oh,
know that I need to be like in the restaurant style for myself. It's
yeah.
more my fit. So I liked it. It's great. And being the army is all new to me. So I was meeting important people that I didn't even know were important, but they were. And so I'm trying to fake it to figure it all out. But it's a different world, but it's great. I can't complain about that. So it'll be a good experience once I can get back into it.
Yeah. So it was it the same kind of you were like you said
Managing,
a restaurant and you were the manager or?
yes, yep. And there's a couple different restaurants on base. So then I was able to do one, and then I was going to move on to the others
Hmm.
to learn how there. And there's a golf course. There's a couple opportunities there to learn that are different. So
Yeah. Is that where your boyfriend is? Is that the base where he is?
yeah. So we both work on the base, so part of the lockdown, because the military kind of locked down strict. So since we're not married,
Yeah.
and if I didn't get that job, so I have a Department of Defense card to get onto the base. If I didn't have that, I wouldn't be able to go on the base with him at all. So
Oh,
I'm really fortunate that I got the job because now we can go, the commissary, which is the grocery store on base,
yeah.
is there, and it's reasonably priced food,
Mhm.
much cheaper than Publix. So we go there once a week, and but if I didn't have that ID card, I wouldn't be able to get on, and we have to wear a mask all the time there as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
um,
You have to wear a mask when you go outside, or is it recommended?
just when you're around people. So when you're going into the store, let it be like a liquor store, grocery store, and they have another little store on base for uniforms. You still have to wear it there.
Yeah. Yeah. We
So
have, I think it's been a week. Yeah, I think it's been a week, a little over a week that actually the residents are told that when they leave their apartment, they have to wear a mask. So, and we have to wear masks. So it's kind of like, driving up, parking the car, and then put on the mask. And then we are actually, our temperature is taken every day uh,
okay.
because, one of the signs is fever. But yeah, and grocery deliveries, they all have to come to Bahama Place, and the residents then have to come there. No visitors allowed, of course. It's, it's, yeah, it's hard, but you know what? All the residents are totally they're wonderful, as you know, they're totally knowing that this is for their own good and that we have to be that strict. And I have to say, and I've heard it too, that Westminster communities has started very, very early. And so we
Okay.
have no case whatsoever.
Oh,
And
that's great.
oh yeah, we're so, so happy about that. Um, yeah, and I think there's just like it's incredible how long it's been going on, and everybody is still hanging in there, and better than hanging in there. Very complimentary about the food and the program. You know, and
Good.
we're doing our best, as you know, we all are.
Yep.
So, but I know it's not an easy time, and especially for people who have their children in St. Petersburg, but they are not allowed to visit. So it's tough. But
It
for
is tough.
living,
Yeah.
say it again.
I wish there was a light. Like, I wish we knew a date in sight where we could know we could spend time with our friends and family again. That would all make us feel better.
I know.
Just so we could, have something to look forward to. It'll happen, but I just wish we had a definite date.
Yes. Yeah. It's, I think that's one of the hard parts too, that
Mhm.
we don't know when it's going to end, right?
Right.
So I'm still hanging on to this, like that the fall we can go kind of, people talk about the new normal, you know, and I know it's going to be different and has to be monitored, but I think other countries like New Zealand or even Germany now, they're starting very carefully to reopen, but very, like very carefully. But I think they already, like as soon as we know where the cases are and whether we can monitor, you know, that I think that's a big part of it. And the US is so big, I think that has something to do with it. It's
Yeah.
kind of part of, but I mean, I don't know.
Right.
So, but anyway, we wanted to see how you're doing and we miss
Aw,
you. It's good to see you. You look great.
yes. Can they see me or no?
Yeah, everybody
Oh,
can.
they can. Okay, so I look good. Okay.
You look, yes, you look great. Everybody can see you and everybody's, I know, happy to see you. So,
Yes. I wish I could see everyone. I was telling Bettina earlier, I have a condo for sale and it's just sitting empty over there in Coquina Key. And
yeah.
I would love so much to be able to be there. I can't complain though. The weather has been great here, except for a couple of tornadoes.
Oh,
Um, but no big deal.
how
But
was
it's in
that?
the 80s. We had tornadoes last weekend. We actually had to like sit in the bathroom for a couple hours. Well, like an hour. But it
Wow.
was something different because hurricanes, as we all know from Irma,
Yeah.
that we can plan and get, but when you wake up in your sleep to that, it's scary.
Yeah. So anything happened close by to you?
No, no real damage, but it went from like silent out to like
Oh,
train sounds. So
oh, you
it
could
was
feel it.
bizarre. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I've never been in a tornado. That I think it's scarier than a hurricane because a hurricane, as you say, we can prepare and we can.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Wow.
other than that, though, it's been beautiful here. I've planted a couple cucumber seeds and tomato seeds, and that's my daily excitement. That and checking the mail. I'm like, oh, what's in the mail today? And luckily, there's FaceTime, and you can call your friends and family, and
Yeah. And
that helps kill time. And I have one girlfriend. The first couple of weeks, it was nice to be kind of lazy, I guess, and like relax. But then you start getting losing it. So
yeah.
now at 4:30 today, we're going to meet on FaceTime and do a workout together. We did that yesterday.
How great.
Just trying, and she has children running around the whole time, but it makes it fun.
Where is she?
Michigan.
Michigan. Okay. See, that's the wonderful part, what we're learning. I mean, I'm trying to look at some of the good things that can come out of this. And I think that we all connect with this platform, Zoom, and we can do that. It's just wonderful. And I don't know how we're going to use it later on, but just the
Mhm.
possibility, we wouldn't have thought about that before, you know?
No, everyone's getting creative here.
I know. I know.
Steve, my boyfriend, he had to do, so part of his day he flies for his training and part of his day he has academics in the classroom.
Yeah.
So I've been hearing all of his lectures from his teachers. I said, after this, I'm going to be able to be a pilot myself. I mean, everyone, colleges, I was talking to Beecher and one of the servers there, and he was telling me how, he won't have a graduation this year, but, and I was wondering how, I'm like, how are you working in the middle of the day? He's like, I do it at night after work. And I'm like, okay. He's like, I'm still working. I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah,
So everyone's just learning different ways.
I know. No, you said Steve is still flying, so he can still go and on base and fly a plane?
Yep. So there was 2 weeks. What happened is one of the students, instructor pilot's wife, had the COVID-19. So
Oh,
then they put everybody on a lockdown. They don't think anyone was really had an chance to get it, but they wanted to be safe.
hmm,
So pretty much everything shut down on the military base for 2 weeks, except for
wow.
the grocery store
Hmm.
and the liquor store that was still open. But everyone needs wine. Um, so they did, and then he started back last Monday, back into flying with his pilot,
Yeah.
instructor pilot. And there's only 3 in the aircraft, so
Hmm. And
so
there.
hopefully it doesn't extend our time in Alabama too much longer. But hopefully by the end of May we'll find out which helicopter he will fly,
Okay.
and then hopefully by the end of July we'll find out where the next base is.
Okay.
Hopefully somewhere exciting.
Wow. So he's becoming a helicopter pilot or just in general?
It'll be a helicopter first.
Hmm.
So I think he can be a Black Hawk pilot, Apache, and then there's one more, a Chinook. So there's 3 I think he has opportunity to fly. So he's excited and he's happy. So that makes me happy. That
Yeah.
makes it much easier.
Yeah. Oh, of course. And
Yes.
so then you might be moving somewhere
Yeah,
else.
we will move because this base here is just the flight school training.
Okay.
So once he graduates from that, we'll either go. He was able to pick 3 bases that he would like to go to, which he helped me decide as well. So we picked Hawaii or
Wow.
Savannah or Colorado Springs.
Oh, wow. So what was the second? Sorry, my thoughts were already going, I
Oh.
want to come and visit.
Hawaii, Savannah, Georgia,
Mhm.
or Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
I try to pick up places that have sunshine.
Yes.
I like
And
that.
Savannah is just such a beautiful place too.
Yeah,
And I love Savannah. I want to come and visit. Yeah.
yeah,
So that's great.
definitely.
But would you move during this situation? Would they move you during?
No, no, they held all during the virus. You mean?
Yeah,
They've held no one could move for the last month. I
that's what.
think now they're really short of pilots actually, so they're starting to push them out to their next base. But
Oh,
it's been on everyone's on hold.
yeah, yeah. I can. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, as you said, that's the hard part. We really don't know.
Yeah.
When things can go back a little bit to what can we call it, the new normal? Because there's going to be a new normal, so we
Hmm.
all have to get used to it.
Yes.
Um, but as I said, I want to look a little bit on the bright side, and things like that, Ashley, we would not have done.
No.
Um, and now the residents can see you and know
Yes.
you well, and that's wonderful.
All's well. Just
So
taking it day by day.
I know we
Trying
all.
not to eat too much.
Well, it sounds like you're working out, so that's great.
Kind of. I just started.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm going to do that too once once I'm off work. So thank you so much for sharing and for your time. That was great. Is there any message, anything you want to say to the residents? This
No,
is
I just hope everyone's happy and healthy and trying to stay busy. And hello to all of you. I miss you all. And to the ones I don't know, I'm Ashley, the old Assistant Dining Services Director.
yeah, the old, young, and beloved. So we do miss you, and I'm glad that we could talk to you and that we
Definitely.
succeeded in having this on online, on phone, on
Mhm.
computer interview. That's great.
This will also help for those of you that don't like to cook. I tried Home Chef. Have you heard of that?
I
You
have.
can pick meals delivered to your house.
Oh, mhm.
There's Hello Fresh as well. There's a bunch of companies out there
Yeah.
because you run out of ideas to make for dinner and lunch and breakfast, and you find yourself trying to think you eat the same thing. But I tried home chef, and they delivered 4 meals to my house yesterday.
Oh,
The meat comes it comes frozen, not frozen, but chilled. It's very cold.
yeah.
So I made a shrimp fettuccine, but it literally brings like the correct ounce of Parmesan, the correct amounts of noodles, shrimp, everything. So all you do is just follow the directions.
Yeah,
So that also saves time in the grocery store because you don't want to be hanging out in the grocery store long,
that is true.
So I tried this. So if anyone is bored, and it
Yeah,
kills an hour of cooking and
yeah.
preparing, and then it just saves the shopping time. So I encourage anyone that's
So it's
getting
all
tired of
prepared
cooking.
and you're just putting it together. I think my
Yeah.
daughter told me about that. Yeah,
Yeah, it comes like a bag, and then the meat, and then you just read. It's perfect, and it's really good.
that sounds great. Yeah,
Yeah.
that might be a good idea to just try it out and do something different.
Yeah, because you cook something you're not used to,
Yeah.
trying.
Can
So
you, I mean, you're probably going to say I'm a vegetarian or I'm gluten intolerant or something like that.
yeah, you can say that on there, and it'll give you options for those that will be good for you.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Great. That's a great idea. Thank you for sharing.
Yes. You're welcome.
So let us know, and I know we'll stay in contact, how you're doing. Stay safe,
You too.
and just let's all make the best out of this, right?
Yes. And I hope to visit soon, and I'll try and see all of you, which is
That would
hard.
be wonderful. Let us know.
One day soon.
Yes. Great.
Yeah.
Thank you for being with us, Ashley.
Thank you for inviting me. You gave me something to do today.
Okay, we'll talk soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.